All
So
right,
we're live.
we are live.
Cool.
We are live. All right, so welcome to this stage one match between We Stomp on Land versus the Deadlock gang. So the preseason records for We Stomp on Land, they went 8-0. They won both of preseason matches against Rinse and Shine and what's the other team? The other team.
Other team is Deadlock gang.
Yes, but I'm talking about the preseason.
Oh, I see.
They beat the Furious Unicorns 4-0 and Rinse and Shine 4-0. So that's a great preseason by them. And Deadlock
so
gang,
Stomp on Land is looking to be the favorites coming into
Oh,
this.
yeah.
I assume.
they look pretty strong. And
So you've also had experience playing against Stomp on Land, I believe.
oh
Correct.
yes, we did a scrim on this week, and it did not go well for us. But things can change, so we're gonna be sleeper.
Of
But
course.
Stomp on Land, they look a real aggressive team. So that's going to be exciting to watch. Actually, both these teams here are pretty aggressive as well.
Aggression meeting aggression. So we'll have to see. Aggression can be punished in the right hands, but I'm not sure if we're going to get to see a lot of that at our current level. It's something that a lot of plat players struggle with sometimes, is punishing over aggression. I find.
But I believe the coaches have put work into this. That's what the coaches
That's
are here
true.
for. To actually elevate us plat players into diamonds and above. This is the whole point of the league right here. To know
Of course.
how do we deal with this. So this is a great test for both these teams right
Yeah,
here.
so yeah, I guess the thing we have to all keep in mind is it's a learning experience for everybody involved. So hopefully we can all walk away with something new
Absolutely. This is
that
going
we
to
haven't
be
known
really
before,
fun.
improve on some old mistakes. Oh yeah, so by the way,
Yeah.
slightly off book here. When we start a cast together, we usually start with the introduction, even if it's just a recording, because it's just like sort of good casting format.
All right.
You start off with who you are, who you're casting, and what are you casting. So the introduction for first match between X and Y team is good, and then you have to say today my name is so and so. We'll be casting this match. With me today is my co-caster so and so.
All right. So I'm going to let you go first, so I can learn from you.
Sure. So we're still waiting for the game to start. So looking through so having listened to some gossip, I've heard that Sensik is a pretty sick sniper himself. We'll see if he pulls that out this game. On Hanamura, it can be very strong, especially on a defense. You can very much stonewall the enemy if you give Widow enough. She will get room to work to begin with, but if the team makes effective use of the pressure she puts out especially on point A, you might get a stonewall of defense. But so far, we're going to see Casual X hovering that new Hanzo, very deadly, with a double sniper.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll wait for the rosters to lock in before we do too much about this. But so far, I'm gonna very much say that I'm gonna give this advantage to Stomp on Land right now. I think we can just call them SOL, or just Team Soul for short.
Right, sure. That works too. Yep.
Yeah. And then on the other side, in the red room, we have the team known as Deadlock Gang in Renegade Red, appropriately enough. So my main concern is that Ham Shazam, name very appropriate for someone who is on Roadhog right now, will be somewhat useless apart from bashing the shield and maybe getting a pick on the Zarya, because he's just going to be an ult battery for Hanzo and Widow unless Danger Man can be protecting him.
I'm assuming, since on the basis they have a Lucio on the Deadlock gang side, that they're gonna rush right into point. I think they're looking to brawl on point. So
Yeah, that might be the case. Yeah, for sure. So I guess the win condition is for Deadlock Gang is to try and get onto point before blue side can do anything about it. So right now we're gonna see. Yeah, so red side is going to just position by the door right now, not being able to get in. But Sensei's going to take first blood out on a superhero, but superhero's going to get rezzed up by Gladios. No, sorry, rather Gladiolus.
Yes, from Final Fantasy.
Ah, I see. So things are kind of slow right now. Apocalyptic on his own aggressive charge going in there. Discord on Danger Man, but he's going to stay alive and manages to dive right onto Zenyatta. Sensei still raining shots out, but Red's team have the point. I don't think they're going to be able to contest without the muscle there. So Zarya's on point with Mercy, so they're still hanging in there right now. The Dragon came out with nothing to follow it up, didn't get too much impact. So yeah,
this is going to be Deadlock gangs.
Yeah, for sure. I think they're going to get at least 2 ticks. Apocalyptic can't contest this, but he's all alone right now. He might get taken 3 shots from the Pharah right now. Pharah's going to hover about, charge
what a pin
aggressively for a pin, but it gets finished off, and the re-aggression comes in. Soundberry a little too late to save the Reinhardt, but is going to save the rest of the team for now. Whole Hog comes out, pushes the rest of the team off of point to get a very quick pick on the objective. Blue Mercy goes in for the res. That is going to leave Apocalyptic very direly behind the back lines there. I don't think that was the best use of res.
Absolutely.
This is going to delay their attacker now. So a superhero, apart from getting picked off first, is getting a lot of good pressure out right now.
That res on Apocalyptic right there. You could say that's kind of feeding them ult charge, but it worked out.
For sure. That was a that was an outright mistake in my opinion. Casual X going to give up high ground as the Deadlock gang muscled their way up on top. Take a breather, keeps Roadhog nice and healthy. Aggressive charge coming in, misses the pin. And the lack of the shield gives Sensei the opportunity to pick off the Far Mercy combo. Dragon Strike coming through is going to completely rout this fight.
Sensei got a 3-piece here. He got a 3-piece on the Fire and the Mercy. Single-handedly taking on the Pharmacy right there.
Yeah, for sure. So right now, Pharah is the only person that can just like reach the high ground. There's nobody else with any sort of like ability or primary fire threat that can reach this and threaten this Widow. Okay, so I like this switch up for Casual X because because Junkrat is a very good play into bruisers, right, and a triple tank comp.
Oh yeah,
so
he's going right into this choke.
With the long range, it's just going to completely nullify the close range advantage that blue side have, and superhero goes down again to
Sensei again. Yeah. So your gossip has been right so far.
Yeah, for sure. It's a very strong position. Whole Hawk comes out, but they're not getting much value out of it aside from taking on high ground.
I mean,
moving back up to try and get the stairs to contest this. Red side aren't doing much with this high ground here. I want to see something like a soldier would be actually pretty good right now because they've been managing to take high ground very consistently. Casual X with a big flank, not managed to get any sort of kills yet, but good poke and damage all around. Everyone's gonna get healed up, and that Zarya is very high charge. I want to see a big Zarya preemptive.
Oh my
Chaos
god.
on both sides as ultis fly out everywhere. Triple
it was a quad from superhero.
Quad, yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, excellent stuff. So right now it's a 4v3 on point. Earth Shatter comes out, but the Transcendence is going to nullify that. The pin still gets the kill though. That should not have happened. But the res will still go down anyways. Another counter Earth Shatter, I believe, coming through. Mercy's still up, keeping only Zarya's contesting point. Oh, Zarya's contesting point with Zenyatta and Junkrat, but Zenyatta is going to go down to a superhero. No one is contesting a superhero right now. Shazam is still on point. Whole Hog coming out to try and push everybody out, but it's only the 2 of them. Superhero is still nice and healthy and very close to that Earth Shatter. Sorry, it's that
barrage.
Rocket barrage. He could do something about this, but he's going to get pushed out and pressured out and picked off by the Tracer.
So they did not get a single tick from the quad barrage.
So a lot of ults wasted for the fight there. So the slightly weird thing there was that the Pharah ult was a dry ult with no setup. That was a very good ulti, managed getting 4 kills. But the rest of the team were being held up by the Graviton Surge inside the
Graviton, yeah.
Yeah, the Graviton inside the stairwell. So that bought a lot of time. D.Va coming out now to try and negate some of this Junkrat spam. But
also they could possibly Oh, Sansik has swapped off the Widow. Interesting pick.
It's swapped off the Widow, yeah. So this this Diva can still be a lot of use in negating the.
What a
Big bomb
bomb!
gets a double kill. Plus the Conk Mine getting 3 kills total. That's gonna be Deadlock Gang sent to jail for now, from the looks of things. So Diva getting demeched, and are they going to delay? They are gonna get the delay out. So
That is a good decision to
Love
reset.
Gangster is gonna have to try and remech soon, or Suicide to reset right now. I don't think they're gonna give him much free damage. Yeah, so like I was saying, Diva swap is good for. It's still good for Junkrat, but Junkrat puts so much spam out, and ever since they left down, like, made her decrease the uptime of her DM defense matrix, you have to use the defense matrix wisely. So another rocket barrage coming through. No Diva
Another value. Like what?
Yeah, that's a triple. Like superheroes doing work with this. A huge threat. Okay, so it looks like they're gonna get at least one tick halfway through. About 60% on point right now. As Sensik gets taken out, 2 points secured. Hook goes wide, but the whole hug comes out. Apocalyptic is coming back on the point. No Earth Shatter though. Love Gangster not managing to eat that grab.
Excellent sound barrier from the Deadlock angle.
Shatter into a Transcendence. That's a interesting use.
Desperation, my dude.
Left out on his own here, so it looks like they're gonna have to back out after getting about 80-ish%. That was a pretty good fight. So I think even if they don't manage to take this last point, I think it's been a pretty good offense altogether.
Absolutely.
Especially with the Sen6's great performance earlier on.
I wonder why he switched off to Widow. Like, what about it was not working?
No, it wasn't so much of a swap off because it wasn't working. It was a swap off because they needed to stall the point. They needed the reinforcements, and Tracer is just a great replacement if you need to stall a point. Because Widow is not the objective control brawler that Tracer is.
Absolutely, but you did see the fire from the Deadlock gang getting 7 kills from 2 barrages. Absolute value right there.
Sure. That is definitely something that they might not be respecting that much. Farah's been getting a lot of value ultimates off by herself, and without the Widow to pressure her, that might be a problem. So Danger Man goes down to Junkrat, and the Earth Shadow comes through. It's going to get a pick onto the Mercy, and it looks like he will get traded out, but the damage is done. Diva Bomb comes out for the reset, as Red team are just going to stagger onto point right now. 4v4. Oh, another barrage coming out, getting 1 kill this time, but it might just be enough. Red's coming out onto a Kairu, so you're going to have double healing. But no! The Valkyrie gets interrupted and taken out. Veritas still on point and trying to keep his team alive. Sensik is doing his job. Superheroes landing shots on the tanks, but they're just not killing him fast enough. Reinforcements from blue side are getting back to the point. Tracer finally goes down. Oh, died mid-charge there, and Earth Shatter coming out just to clean up the kill. Luna still on point, trying to stall this for as long as she can, but didn't manage to get any her res off. So Trance coming through is going to definitely help stall this out for as long as possible. This match is very close. Superheroes will be the last one.
Oh, Vector didn't make it.
Very close.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think that would have done much for Veritas to get back there, since everybody was reinforcing. Plus, one person versus a Mei. Mei is probably going to win on point.
I wonder what would have happened if Kairu did not pop trance there. That trance actually came in clutch. Our
very clutch.
To respawn.
Very necessary.
Absolutely.
Trance plus ice block, very good stall tools.
Absolutely. I feel for Deadlock gang. They had 3 good pushes. They had 3 good team ups initially, but the spawn advantage works for Stomp.
So versus that Widow, I think that so we're seeing them hovering the Brigitte now. Like if they had a Brigitte earlier, that might have been an interesting mix up on the comp. That'd have been pretty good actually.
Who would
they sort of like a Lucio Brigitte sort of deal where you can just speed onto point and brawl even harder? Might be a better combo than Zarya Ryan.
Are you talking about a Deadlock gang here?
Deadlock gang, yeah, in the previous one. So
maybe you could have swapped a Roadhog.
Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking. Roadhog off and Brigitte on. Be pretty good. Okay, so the comp that Red side are hovering right now, I do not like. It is far too short ranged. if the enemy bring out a Widow or a Pharah or anything long ranged at all, the only person that's going to have any threat on them is Vectrius. Yes, with the orbs, and he's been hasn't done anything super flashy so far.
I mean, he is a support.
Yeah, he is support, but you can still have some pretty amazing pop-offs on Zenyatta.
He did play Lucio in the first round, but yeah.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, so, sorry, they didn't run a Zenyatta, my bad, actually. Yeah, so, right now, I think the comp that they have for...
They're running a Mei. That's an interesting one.
It's good for this choke. It's a little... It's, I call it a brittle defense, in the sense where if they do push through, you lose the synergy of the main wall and the main gate. Yeah, so there it goes.
Now they can go in.
So Casual X baited out the wall very well there. That was extremely well played from a blue side. Charging straight in for Apocalyptic. Not going to do anything. Interrupt on the res, I believe, for a superhero. That's interesting, actually. They're flexing quite hard now. The Pharah player on the Mercy did not get the res off on Danger Man, who's walking back to point right now, but the brawl's still going on. So, Rally is going to come through to keep his team alive, very healthy, but the team goes down around him anyways. The heal's just not strong enough. Too much brawling power. Apocalyptic's just going wild with that hammer.
You were absolutely right on the brittle defense there. Like, as soon as you saw the Mei wall died off, that was the cue to get in.
Yeah, so what you usually want to do if you want to play Mei there is you want to hide her so that you trap someone with a lot more value or lack of escape other than a diva. You see that Mei wall. You have a diva. You use the diva to bait the wall instantly. And now Ham Shazam's gonna have a lot of stall potential, but what they need right now is damage. There's not very many people dying on red side right now, blue side right now rather. But as soon as I say that, 4 kills come through to reset this fight and get this defense out. But that was a lot of ults wasted, so it looks like
they had to use the
blue
ults.
Side.
They had to.
Yeah, it's just was Kairu was not on the Zenyatta before, so this is they did not waste any ulti at all, and they managed to get some people off. So they're gonna switch up off of the Brigitte onto the McCree. I like this because there's gonna be a good answer for Sensix and Pharah. I'm not sure we've seen that before yet, but okay, so that's a ice block down already. Eats another rocket or two. Blue team hanging out in the stairwell. Ooh, nice pick from Kairu there for the onto the pick there, but doesn't get the punish though. Apocalyptic does not get the punish there. And now they're gonna reroute it back as red side retake control of this stairwell. This is very heavily contested throughout this entire match by both sides. Maybe you want to see them maybe try and play away from this a little bit. Maybe use a little bit more of the main area or some of the side, the high ground, long platform area. Especially since they have
a Mei.
A Hanzo that could be very good from
there. Oh, absolutely.
And Mei can't really reach you.
I mean...
Well, Mei can, but she commits to that spot.
I mean, in case of defense, they could pop a wall. They're still going for their tactic apparently. So, maybe going main for the Stomp on land team is not a bad idea.
Maybe not, yeah. See, so they're going to want to walk into point right now, force a drop down from the top side. McCree is up there by himself,
what a shadow.
But it's only Apocalyptic. Gets a shatter of 2. That's going to be a transcendence to counter that, attempt to counter that rocket barrage, but it's going to go through anyways. Ooh, dragon wombo combo with the grab surge. That's pretty good. This blizzard might be too late here to stop any progress. Gadios managed to get a lot of damage off, but still gets taken down anyways. Yeah, red side are not managing to reinforce this very well at all. They don't have any stall heroes out right now. Grab Surge comes through, gets 5.
What a block
Shatter
from Apocalyptic.
But there's no damage follow-up. Well, my bad, there is. There very much is. Yeah, so the cleave plus right click was enough at the end there, but...
So one of the saddest things for Stomp on land is they used a barrage, they used a grab, they used Hanzo's ult, they used Valkyrie, and they used Transcendence. They invested 5 ultimates in this fight, and they just got 1 tick out of it.
They scored 1 tick. Progress is progress, but I have to agree with you that that was not the most efficient use of their cooldowns. So Widow is going to be on Sensik is going to be in his signature Widow now. I don't know if it's too early to call it a signature, but he's done well so far. This shield needs to be protected. There we go. Protect the McCree on his Inoon. Oh, good pick, good pick. And Apocalyptic is going to be picked off along with his Mercy. While high ground control is very much within the hands of Team Soul, the squad they sent to drop down just got picked off by the McCree and the collapse from Team Deadlock.
Absolutely.
Deadlock gang, rather.
There was no follow-up, and you can stay on the high ground as much as you want, but the objective is down there.
I think that they needed to be more aggressive with their high ground, because they took it, and they didn't do much with it. Especially since the fact that Team Deadlock are lacking in range, a lot of range damage. That's going to be a Dragon Strike to force them off the high ground, while Sensik gets to pick up the Widow. Very good pick so far, but they don't look like they're going to be able to do much about this. So that is, I'm going to have to just say outright, that was a wasted grab. That could have been very, very good for them. Gets no value out of that, and Sensik just manages to pick her off anyways. Sensik doing work. That's going to be Stomp on land, taking the
map, Hanamura. Absolutely. Let's see this play right here.
This is going to be the one on point. The 4-man grab into the big ult.
Oh, when he clustered out for Deadlock guy.
Yeah. So that 22 HP, going pretty close there.
Yeah, he clustered out at that moment.
So
that teabag at the end. Interesting. I'm sure he regrets that now.
Tactical crouch. Tactical crouch. Yeah, so the low-key MVP of that fight though was the Earth Shatter. Sorry, the Fire Strike cleave value. That was definitely what it.
So what do you think went wrong for the Deadlock gang then? Just wipe team.
So what happened? What went wrong for Deadlock gang was definitely. I believe they are. They're not playing the right comp, or they're not playing to their comp's win conditions as well as they could have. So the main issue I saw was that they were lacking a lot of range for a lot of times. They weren't. They definitely didn't respect the Widow that much, especially since it became such an issue. I think we're gonna have to have a little technical issue here. Black screen.
Interesting.
Try and bring in your next game as soon as possible.
I am the new owner of the game. Interesting.
Yeah. So black screen if they're resetting the lobby.
All right. Enough time for me to update the score right here. Thank you.
Wait, you have to update the score? I thought players had.
I mean, that's for my overlays.
Oh, I see.
Interesting from a Deadlock gang as well. Like, they're actually rotating a lot of players in different roles. Is that going to hurt them?
Yeah. So we saw a lot of player swapping from place to place. I'm not too sure if I like that.
Yeah, we have.
I mean, it can be good to flex around, but you generally. So this is sort of just general advice for picking the game up and like getting better. Is that you main a role, you main a role and then you have an off role. But then you have to master every hero within that said role. So if you're specializing long range DPS, you best bet you should have your Widow to be pretty good. Hanzo would be sort of optional, but that's actually a really bad example because Hanzo's usually the projectile player for Junkrat and Genji because you usually don't run those together too much. But the better example would be maining off tank and then off-rolling secondary support. So your best heroes would become all the shield tanks, and then your secondaries would be would be the likes of Ana and Zenyatta. Or yeah. So
you heard it here, folks.
Yeah, so there were a lot of interesting
yeah, like
swaps there.
Like, so
generally DPS players tend to stay DPS. Like you don't see that much. Like sure you flex around to what your comp needs it, but
I mean you're a 6-man team.
You know,
do you really need to swap a lot?
Yeah.
So moving on to the next map, King's Row. So King's Row,
classic
map. I think it's one of the best maps in the game. That's my personal opinion. What about you?
A lot of people were calling it the Dust 2 of Overwatch for a while.
Oh yeah. So what do you think about King's Row?
Very well balanced.
Well balanced.
So, sorry, say again.
Like, what do you think about King's Row in general?
King's Row, very well balanced map. Fun thing is that a lot of comps can be played on this map. A lot of things are very viable. So the brawly style can be pretty good on this map, especially in the on point 1. But the main counter to that is long range widows. So I'm expecting to see a repeat of that last map, unless Deadlock gang start to respect this widow a lot more. Where we can probably see Sensik to do a lot of work again, and the rest of the team can just sort of make sure that she's that Sensik gets the space to do what he wants to do or she wants to do. And they can just wait for them to get picks for her. Because I've also seen a lot of points where Deadlock gang weren't respecting it enough, where a lot of players were playing outside of the shield of Danger Man. Such as when the McCree ulti went off, and you could probably tell that Sensik was probably looking for the headshot onto the what's it called? The ulting McCree. But then Zarya had to waste her bubble cooldown on him because the Reinhardt wasn't quite on top of him, and that sort of thing needs to be patched up, because that Zarya bubble could be used for something else, especially since your shield, the Rein shield, was so nice and healthy to begin with.
That's a good point. Like, it's all these little things that separates us from the top players.
Now,
yeah, for sure. It's just you have to min-max everything in these sort of games. Maximum efficiency.
Yep.
So King's Row, I'm definitely going to want probably see Widow and Pharah again from both sides respectively. Yeah, okay, so we're going to be starting off with Deadlock gang on the defense. Is that right? Yeah, sorry, and the Team Soul, WSOL, on offense.
Symmetra, ooh. I'm sure he's going to switch out, but yeah. I would love to see a Symmetra.
That'd be pretty sick. PTR Symmetra, what do you think of that?
What I think? Oh, busted. That's what I think of it. What about you?
At least it's only in it's only in PTR for now.
They have to fix that bug on Symmetra's left click. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, where you can just mash it and do massive amounts of damage.
Oh, that is bugged out. But I'm really interested how the meta's definitely was shift again, because Teleporter is gonna like negate a lot of high ground tactics, because high ground is key, and Symmetra's E can easily get any sort of character in high ground, whether it's a McCree or a Zen, or Bastion. So a lot of new metas gonna be formed.
Maybe. Well, Maywall is going to have a competitor in terms of abilities that can help others get onto high ground. Yeah, so... Okay, so this is okay from the blue side. They're going to be playing on point, the brawly-ish style that they enjoy so much. Hanzo is playing with them. I kind of want to see this Hanzo start on high ground to begin with, and then swap down accordingly once they identify where the Widow's playing from.
Maybe he's not confident.
But this is good too, though, because staying together nullifies the Widow's pick potential, but who needs a Widow pick
when you got the
when
Mercy,
you get a Hanzo pick?
The Moth.
Yeah, Casual like kind of getting a big pick onto a superhero playing Pharah right now. Shield's not off from Danger Man right now. His team is taking a lot of fire, going very low. He goes down first, trying to contest the point. Trap onto New Elite, but they're not going to manage to get any kills. Sensik is just getting free shots in on this entire team. Like, the team is okay, so this is the crux of the problem, like I said before.
Counter.
Blue side, Team Deadlock gang, brawl on point fairly well. But there's no threat on this Widow. This Widow is getting free reign across this entire map. He's already on fire, 88% to his next ultimate. Apocalyptic, just holding up his shield for fun. Eating a few shots, making sure
so what should Deadlock gang switch here?
Junkrat has his ultimate.
What should Deadlock gang switch? Like
Deadlock gang? They don't actually. I don't think they need to switch anything. They just need to play their comp and respect this Widow more.
So
she has been a very good win condition for Team Soul so far. So Danger Man is taking a lot of damage to his shield right now, about half health, I believe. Apocalyptic walking up, looking for the Earth Shatter, goes straight through and is going to get 2. Earth Shatter into Dragon, triple kill on the Dragon, very, very good. He's going to follow up that with a quad on his Storm Arrows, the cleanup from Kairu, and Shazam is going to be picked off on his retreat back. Casual X coming up big. With, of course, setup from Apocalyptic, gotta give credit where credit's due.
Absolutely. Ryan Shadow is one of the most difficult ultimates to hit. So respect the shadows.
That was it was a good setup, but it was also somewhat telegraphed with the New Elite's bubble onto that. Oh, speaking of New Elite, a good bubble to nullify the bomb there. That was the one ulti that could have definitely swung things around and maybe have stuck this momentum. Danger Man's shield's going pretty low right now. Barrier destroyed, completely destroyed. Okay, this is good stuff.
Excellent damage boost from Luna there.
What? Oh, damage boosted, of course. Of course, good catch, good catch. Yeah, so
some superhero, I'm sorry.
That was a very good combo. Yeah, a very good combo here from Superhero and Gladiolus, having the heads up to know that the enemy had a Transcendence to damage boost through that.
That is why the Hanzo grab combo is so powerful. Like even if you have a trance, you can effectively negate one ultimate just through a damage boost.
Yeah. Yeah, so Gladiolus is having pretty good impact on this Hanzo so far, but the team is still fighting a 6v5 right now on point. Rez is going to manage to get off, but there's going to be no cover for Love Gangsters. He's going to have to back off immediately. Ninja Man comes up to reinforce, but his team isn't quite with him. He's taking a lot of free swings from Apocalyptic right now. Sensei going up to high ground. Shadow comes through.
No follow-up
only
though.
Hits Luna, but Luna is going to be safe for now as another Earth Shatter on the other
now
side.
There's follow-up.
He's going to grab the pin. As Apocalyptic goes deep, but he's going to have the Widow cover to keep him safe. Ham Shazam using Recall as Sensik still on high ground, still making trouble for this team. Luna pocketing. Luna very safe up on high ground, healing on anybody she needs to, and giving their Widow a lot of damage boosts. Superhero gonna attempt to try and get to the point, was gonna get eaten up by that dragon.
What a push from Stomp Land. Very aggressive, right from the start to the end.
I wouldn't say it was the most of the aggression came from the Reinhardt, but it was a very well controlled team fight, I thought.
Reinhardt dictates how the team plays, in my opinion.
The pace of the team fight, yes. So things I've noticed is that Danger Man has been in danger a lot of times. Like he's been absorbing a lot of pressure and damage, but his team's not sort of gaining anything from that. Because you can think of the shield as if it were like extra team mana or energy that you spend before a fight or during a fight to get something done.
Absolutely.
And when you get nothing done with it, you don't get shield value.
So too much taking trash damage for the shield. That's not gonna help.
Yeah, they were just poking at it very safely. Team Soul there. letting out of value and free uncontested damage. So
The Roadhog is
the
returning.
way they needed to win that was that so they still didn't respect the Sensei too much, but Love Gangster hovering this Winston might be time for him to try and threaten this a bit
I think
more.
going hard dive.
So
Yep.
yeah, they might try to. I think it would be a good mix-up. At this point, it'd be good to try something different.
Yeah, and the Stomp online does not have a Brigitte to deal with dive yet, so this might end up working out. So it's Sensei and Cairo better watch out.
Yeah. So the thing I kind of want to see right now is maybe a Genji from
Deadlock?
from Team Deadlock. Yeah. Something about Plat Genji mains and stuff, but yeah, like it might be the proper DPS with this comp, because like I said before, this Deadlock gang comp lacking real damage and real range. High mobility, high survivability, but not that much damage.
So Sombra is the sole
Team
DPS.
Mech coming in already as Casual X just raining arrows into Diva. Gonna be fighting around the outside of this hotel lobby here.
Excuse me.
And Brigitte's hammer is not big enough to fight Brian's hammer. Not like that. The monkey goes in. He is staying alive for quite a long time, getting a lot of cleave damage in the back lines, but there's just not enough damage to like finish off these low players.
Are they going to stagger the Mercy here?
Still uncontested, like before. His positioning has been predictable but safe. Like it's his positioning is efficient and sensible because there's no one pressuring him out. There's no one forcing him to take a less than optimal firing position, so he just gets all this sort of space to do whatever he wants from the top here. Jump coming through, he's gonna miss, but Sensei drops down anyways. Shatter comes through, gets 3, goes
Clean
wild
fight.
with the hammer.
Very
Clean fight. One shatter, no need to use anything else. That's the kind of fight that is perfect. You see that one ultimate from Apocalyptic, who's had some pretty good ultimates this game. Gets 3. He doesn't even get most of the kills for it, gets a bunch of damage.
Wait, what was this? What was this dragon?
Maybe it's been a
We didn't see it. We didn't see it. We did not see a dragon go off. My eyes are lying.
Yeah, okay, so Love Gangster's. Yeah, Love Gangster's up on his own right now, diving in there by himself. Primal Rage coming through, trying to buy some space. This is a good use of the ultimate to try and buy space before the fight goes off. Okay, so Kairu got hit by the EMP, very square on there, but no one's punishing him off, and he gets his Transcendence off. That should not have happened.
Absolutely, your primary target after an EMP has to be then immediately loses 150.
Yeah, for sure. Like the communications from Gladiolus should have been, I have
EMP 3,
that could have
2,
been like
1.
EMP. I'm gonna finish off the fight, but somehow like the tenacity of Deadlock Gang are still showing through.
I don't know. Plat?
Interesting.
Is this Plat live? I don't know. But interesting.
Little bit. Love Gangster jumping in by himself. He needs to get out and not die here. Ooh, he went down. Okay, so if
They hacked, they cannot go in.
Team Soul capitalizes on this, they had a lot of good ground, like around this bookstore, around this corner. This is where the next fight's gonna happen.
Absolutely, and this is a very good place to hold as well.
Gladiolus see here on the back is gonna get detected by that Widow. Is gonna have to fall back. Jump coming in. Reinhardt all alone inside the bar, so that's going to be a Dragon Strike wombo combo coming out. Managed to keep a bunch of people alive, but the people who dived into the pub still went down.
They're still pushing this Deadlock Gang, so the grab has not.
Yeah, they're still pushing this card. So that's pretty good. Adix is gonna come out and try and get the hack off on this new elite. He's probably gonna get finished off. So scattered team fight all around. It looked like Team Soul were about to win on both flanks, but yeah, Deadlock just have too much volley power on point. Okay, so the Rhine player is now Danger Man. Is on Tracer. Okay.
That's picking up everything.
Yeah. I guess roles don't matter. Solo shatter onto superhero from
And he lives.
Apocalyptic here. Won't manage to get the
And
kill
super
off
heal
as
lives. Amazing.
Vectrius is there with the heal. But he's going to be isolated out as the counter dive comes in. Oh, new elite. That's very aggressive dive in. I don't think you're making it out of there, bud.
He's making it out of there.
Not get punished.
He lost his mech, but that time he came back.
That can be gained back. So Casual X managing to stabilize with the D.Va pick. D.Va gets rezzed anyways.
I really like the damage
Ooh,
boost
this is not
on the baby D.Va from Luna XCL here, because that allows the new elite to get a mech back really fast. So he already has a mech back.
So
excellent.
The thing I want to see as well is that I want to see Ham Shazam try to block some of these ultis a bit.
This is huge. Is there going to be any follow-up though?
Big.
There is.
Yeah, there's meaningful follow-up. So the dive, yeah, that was a very good combo. So Gladius's EMPs are giving enough space and time for Love Master's Winston to getting a lot of very good damage out on the back line here. I think that's how they've been winning these fights. So that's very good stuff coming out. So this comp here from Deadlock Gang is a bit wonky, but what works, works. So far, Team
Stomp online?
Team Soul just don't have an answer for the Sombra.
Oh, absolutely.
It's pretty good.
And thing is, we don't see a lot of Sombras.
Widow doesn't have anything to shoot at. Yeah, the Widow doesn't have anything to shoot at. Everybody's behind a shield or two tanky to be hit by one shot. And Sombra's just invisible.
Yeah.
Okay, they need to protect Veritas right here. Apocalyptic walking very aggressively. Overextending there. Getting picked off. D.Va just... New Elite just fell through the floor.
We didn't see that.
Okay. Ham Shazam going deep here. Managing to get a environmental kill on Kairu. That is good stuff.
Very good aggression from the Deadlock Gang here.
They need to pop Dead Elite right now before he can get his mech off, and he does. He manages to do so. Apocalyptic solo on point, jumps up in the air to try and get the contest off. But yeah, so red team's definitely gonna be able to protect this for a while. That bomb might be huge. There's no barriers right now.
Oh, what an
the
AMP again.
Get in time. Yeah. The hack didn't actually hit that many people. It only hit Junkrat from the looks of things. And Junkrat can still dish out a lot of damage even when his abilities aren't there. Bomb is going to come out. Bomb is going to chase down the back line. Nope, turns around and it's just going to de-mech Ham Shazam. Ham Shazam is still alive. Feeling the pressure though. He's the only one on point right now. Apocalyptic with his Winston as a new elite dives into the back line to try and make some space.
He got his mech back.
To try and give them some time to kill this love gangster.
He got his mech back. The Ham Shazam got his mech back. Alright.
Another Dragon Strike. Casual X has been alive this entire time, turning out damage, and they need to put a stop to this if they want to win. And they do. Looks like they're going to finish the map with just about 40 seconds to spare. Kairu will not manage to get on the point, but Apocalyptic does. Stall does not last very long, as we're going to have round 3.
So the Ham Shazam right there got 2 mechs back. He did not die at all. He did not die. But 4 minutes on the side of Stomp online here. They still realistically should have this. But let's see what the Deadlock Gang can bring out here. Because they still can do this.
Yeah. There's a possibility, but it's slim.
You know, this is Overwatch. We believe, unbelievable. Alright. So what? Okay,
so with what we saw from last game, Sensic going onto the Brigitte makes a lot of sense. With that pick, Sensic can play bodyguard to the backline squishies.
And that's basically negate Winston's damage potential.
Yeah, so punishes tanks and stuns them for long enough for Kairu and Casual X to burst them down. Plus, when he does get his rally off, and if he just gives Kairu and Luna and Casual X to an extent an extra layer of armor, they just don't take damage from Winston or D.Va. Armor is very effective at stuffing those two characters' kill potential.
Yeah, with armor, you're just going to be tickling the enemy as Winston.
5, 4.
Okay, so Danger Man hovering the Reaper here. Well, is on Reaper rather. Underrated pick in my opinion. Reaper can do a lot of work if the enemy team give him the chance to do so. So Casual X is going to, if if Reaper can dodge Casualex and just kind of get in and onto the tanks, he can do a lot of work this fight. So far, that does not seem to be the case, as the shield is holding strong for now.
Yep, we lost. Diva's already met, and Love Gangster is coming back from spawn right now.
Hack onto shield Apocalyptic, but it's not gonna do enough. 30 seconds left. Gladius is still in the backline. No one's paying attention to him.
They need a hard reset.
He takes some damage, goes low, but it's only 20 seconds left. Winston bubble already used, so his next jump is going to have to be very valued. They only have 1 engage left, 15 seconds to go. Shazam's looking through the hotel, but the hotel sends out a Dragon Strike as the dive comes in onto the back line. Gladius is close to his EMP, and that would be very nice to have in this fight. Dive comes in deep, but the back line is still not under threat. Everybody on red side is still extremely healthy. The counterattack is fierce and strong. It looks like they're going to clean up and get a full hold on this second point here. Trance comes in for security as sort of like a preemptive trance onto the EMP there.
He unfortunately got way too late. Unfortunate, because that was a big EMP.
Yeah, if he charged up a little bit faster, and if he had his ult EMP by that 15-second mark, that fight could have looked very differently.
Switching sides.
Especially since the EMP would negate
any
Brigitte's ability to protect Kairu, and Kairu would be a prime target for Winston to dive onto. 4 minutes to only take 1 tick. I hate to say it, but this game might look like it's in the bag for Team Soul. It's their game to lose at this point.
But we're going to see a Bastion from Deadlock, and we're going to see a Bastion, we're going to see a Brigitte. This is very interesting. So are we...
When you're up against the ropes like this,
you gotta
play slightly cheesy comps like this that hopefully they have no answer to. The double barrier plus Love Gangster's bubbles should give this superhero a lot of protection.
And looking at...
It's just that Casualex and Sensic aren't threatened by this at all. They just position in a way that they don't get too much damage from a superhero, and nobody else is going to be able to reach them. Everybody else is too short range.
Absolutely, but thing is, do they have enough firepower to kill a Bastion here? Because that's the win condition for Stomp online right now. Kill the Bastion and you win.
So things are going to start off slow.
We have to play sides.
Team Soul know they have a lot of time to work with. Sensic's just working on the shield right now, poking in. They know they're up against the Bastion, so they don't want to give them any free angles. Moving into the hotel here, smart. They take control of the hotel very convincingly with a pick onto Gladio. Lewis got there eventually. They need to do something with this advantage right now, but they're not threatening this Bastion enough. They've used all their shields and cooldowns, and Superhero is just going to massacre them while being pocketed by the rest of his team. Ooh, he manages! Oh, Kairu manages to slip a few shots in to the back there, and big pin onto the Mercy. Then that's going to be the point taken, I believe. Love Gangster's still on point, duking out with Kairu, but he's going low with the Discord Orb, and the rest of the damage is going to come through and get smacked by the hammer, and that's going to be the point. And
Game.
G.
So one.
Yeah, so the slight misuse of the shield had me worried a bit there, but Kairu managed to pull out a clutch. Okay, so Kairu was MVP there by managing to slip the orbs in between the shield cooldowns.
And you should also applaud Sensic on, because Sensic took a different sideline, different angle, and you effectively caused 2 crossfires.
Yeah, so that's... Yeah, definitely. So that's what I was saying about the Hanzo Widow being a good counter for the Bastion, because you can just keep working around until you can find an angle that you can make an impact on. Just keep moving about, and especially on a map like King's Row, it's easy for those snipers to do so. It's a lot of places to pick from.
So Stomp Online played this one really perfectly against the Bastion. They took proper sidelines. They did not engage. They didn't know that the shield died down.
Yeah.
They took sidelines. They went to the shortest route possible to the hotel where Bastion cannot shoot from, and they have absolutely caused. Yeah.
I believe the match is over, correct?
Yep.
2-0.
So
Alrighty.
Next
so
map will be Oasis. I believe it's Oasis.
wait, sorry, we're getting a match 3 for the series.
Yeah,
best
best
of
of
5.
five, and
Oh, best
yeah.
of 5. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. My bad. I thought it was best of 3. Okay, so Oasis. We might be able to see this brawly sort of style have a lot more impact on a King of the Hill map, especially on a point like University. With those walls, would be pretty good for team Deadlock gangs like preference for tank heavy comps.
I believe you're going to see a Farah.
I want to see Brigitte played effectively. Yeah, but so I'm thinking solo DPS Pharah for superhero, and the rest are brawlers on point with like a triple tank comp would be pretty good.
And
Maybe like Reinhardt Zarya with a Brigitte, Zenyatta, and a Mercy. That'd be a pretty good comp, I think, for Deadlock to run.
And one thing about this league that we have noticed so far, like during preseason and tryouts, is we have not seen a lot of teams run Brigitte. Like, we don't have a Brigitte specialist in this league right now. This could change, obviously, but we will have to see a lot more Brigitte.
Yep. I mean, even pros struggle playing around Brigitte sometimes. So
Absolutely.
it happens to everybody.
Yep, Rune Season 10 is the Brigitte meta. Right.
I think it's the Hanzo meta, actually. Hanzo, I thought was a way bigger problem than
Really?
Brigitte was. With his Storm Arrow and full power, that was worse than any of what Brigitte could offer, I think. Because it's a Fan the Hammer with infinite range, in perfect accuracy, and can headshot.
Oh yeah, like
on a pretty low cooldown as well.
And they reduced the damage from 80 to 70. So before, what would happen is if you damage to boost a Hanzo with his E activated, with Storm Arrows activated, you could effectively one-shot through a Storm Arrow if you have to damage boost.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, full powered Hanzo with his Storm Arrows was scary.
But he's still pretty much strong in his meta, even with his damage reduction to a Storm Arrow.
Yep. Very definitely. Like we've seen from Casualex and Gladiolus to a lesser extent, they've had very good impact on the Hanzo.
And Gladiolus loves to run the Sombra, which is a good thing to have in your back pocket. Like, teams don't really know how to counter Sombra sometimes, as we experienced in our pre-game against the Deadlock gang. But
yeah, playing around Sombra is of the utmost importance because of how fight-changing her ability silence can be. Be it just a hack with a right-click or the EMP itself. Because even if you do get a right-click off on like a very key target like a Mercy res, so like what can happen is like imagine, if you will, someone on your team gets picked, right? But you have a Mercy and you have a Reinhardt. So what do? You push Reinhardt up, give Mercy the space to res. What happens if either of those characters get hacked?
oof.
Suddenly you're overextended or you're lacking a shield, and then the enemy Sombra plus their team capitalizes on either target. Very key targets going down like that.
And with a lot of Mercies in this league being ballsy with the reses, because sometimes you can get away with it. This is one of the good ways to counter Mercy reses without hogging the dead bodies of the enemy.
Yeah. A good way of punishing a tank pick is to push up aggressively as soon as the Mercy makes a move towards the corpse, but you need to be quick on that.
That requires a lot of communication, which will come in time as these teams will grow. As this tournament runs till September, ladies and gentlemen. This is not even the final forms.
Deal with the bug. Call a SWAT team. Oh!
FBI, open up.
Yeah, because you swat bugs, right?
A tiny fly. Oh, it's Luna.
Yeah, so Team Soul might be the powerhouses of OWL for now. We will have to see.
The OWL, the Overwatch League.
Seen one match.
Overwatch
Sorry,
League? Yeah.
Owlet. My bad.
I wish this was the Overwatch League, but we will be there in due time. Right.
Well, I mean, right now, I think WSOL could probably give Shanghai Dragons a run for their money.
WSOL. They sound like Soul Dynasty. The way we're pronouncing it. Soul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
So, stage 4 semifinals, Dallas Fuel versus New York Excelsior. 1-2 in favor of NYXL. Interesting. Now back to, are we ready?
Sorry, did Fuel just beat? Did you say Fuel
No, it's
beat
going
NY?
on, and NYXL is 2-1 up.
Oh, okay. Still, well, it's pretty impressive taking a map off of.
Yeah,
NY.
I want Dallas to
Welcome
get a win.
to
You know,
Oasis.
it's like,
I'm an NY fan.
I mean, you guys are already gonna win.
But to be fair, I was a fan of them when they were power ranked as 4th or 5th pre-season.
And because they lost, you changed. Feels sad.
Yeah, so I was very happy to see them like pop off super hard.
I think everyone was, you know, like.
At first, I was happy to see Fuel lose just because fan support doesn't make you a good team off the bat. So that's what I wanted to see. Like I wanted to see the good teams start to build their own fandoms. But then, like later on, Fuel's losses just got really sad.
Alright, back to Oasis. We have a better match. Come on, we have Soul versus Deadlock again. We go again, boys.
Yeah, for sure, actually. Sensic on the Pharaoh. Okay. Okay, so if Gladiolus was able to play Genji this entire time, I wish we could have seen it earlier. So they're playing full dive with a Lucio Mercy. This is pretty good. I like this coming out of
Deadlock gang. Yeah.
blue side.
Yes.
Deadlock gang, yes.
I wonder what's gonna happen with the Pharaoh though.
So
Of Sensei.
looks like they're gonna go right side, but Soul's gonna have to take point right now, and Sensik is diving straight onto the backline by himself, putting a lot of damage and pressure onto the backlines already. Getting a lot of good AoE rockets as Pin comes in from Apocalyptic again, picking out Love Gangster. The rest of blue side look lost right now. Gladius just dives into the backline with no support. He's gonna get picked off soon, I believe.
I expect switches
Casual
coming
X takes
from
him out.
Deadlock gang soon. I expect them to switch something up.
What would you like to see?
At
them
least a
switch
hit
to?
scan for Sensei. Because Tracer and Gladius are not effective against the Fire right there. And you have nowhere to hide from Fire at Oasis especially at this point.
My experience is that if you run a Diva Winston, Diva is very good at pressuring out the Pharah if she's not careful. And if they can just win the rest of the ground fight fast enough, that Pharah pressure is usually enough. But this is the thing though, so you get yourself a Sombra. Is that enough hit scan? I don't believe it is, actually.
I mean, maybe the hack might come out from him.
But you might be more comfortable on that. So Gladios has been like more comfortable. Yeah, hack also has a limited range, you see. Earth Shatter only grabs one. Was about to grab two, but then he got killed anyway, so Earth Shatter for the cleanup. As everybody on red side goes low, but it does not go down. Yeah, so I think they might just be building towards the EMP and try to work off of that right now. And that'd be not too bad. Okay, so Superhero actually goes on to the McCree now, losing that Tracer. So yeah, Tracer. Yeah, this is a good
Looks
change
better,
I
yeah.
think up
But
from
Sensei's gonna have a barrage here. Let's see what he's gonna do with it.
Sure, he's positioned very far out. Jump comes in, Taser going off, flashbang onto Apocalyptic. As both Luna has popped Valkyrie to keep his team alive. I don't want to see these support ultimates overlapped. So looks like they're not going to be able to get much off. Sensei goes a bit low, gets hacked, but is still on the ground, dishing out damage and being very safe.
You know, ground Pharaoh's best
So-
Pharaoh. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I mean. It's like the EMP just did not charge fast enough, just did not get enough damage out. 90%, but for the EMP, but 100% for Team Soul.
To be honest, we haven't seen a proper organized team push from Deadlock in the first point so far. It has to be said. Is server lagging right now? It kind of is.
Yeah.
But last 25 pick. Kairu, we are gonna have a reset. Like, we're gonna have a pause for Kairu to come back. I mean, so let's look at team comps here. We're gonna see a May from the side of Deadlock gang. Is he gonna switch? I don't know.
This is not the answer, I don't think. This is not the answer.
And Sensik is still gonna be on the Pharaoh, which has been working out pretty well. And Mercy and a Lucio for the two supports. And on the side of Stomp on land. Read Stomp on land, that's completed for you. We are running. Kairu's back, yay! So we have a Ryan, we have a Zari, we have a Farah, a Hanzo, and we're gonna see a Zen from Kairu. But typical meta lineup.
Yeah, so Danger Man either needs. Okay, so right now Danger Man and Gladios are the only threats onto Sensec, unless Superhero goes massive with a Valk pistol play. But yeah,
Not hard. Oh, so NYXL22 tells you. Thank you, riders.
4,
yeah.
Three,
Apparently reverse sweep,
2, 1.
something sandbagging, but
Capture the objective.
yeah, no, this comp is not looking good. I expect Sensec to get a lot.
Oh, we're gonna
of
see
value
a
again.
pharmacy respawn.
Oh, okay, that's alright. Far Mercy vs Far Mercy, that's alright too, because Superhero did do some good work on Hanamura with Farah earlier today.
And Gladiolus,
how they
our
play it, right?
Sombra player, our Genji player, goes on to Mercy.
Okay, so Hamster Sam gets picked off first, despite being May with self-peel capabilities. Casualex, yeah, they're just winning the fight on every single front. In the air, Sensik takes out the Farah, and on the ground, Casualex just raining death.
So I have to question.
So
this.
right now,
Yeah.
Shatter and Dragon are on 70-ish% each, 80%-ish each. I expect to see a Wombo combo coming out sometime soon between these two.
I have to ask: are the players on a Deadlock gang comfortable in the roles they chose? Because I don't know, because they're switching up different roles.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. They don't feel they don't seem to be comfortable on anything they're playing. So that's a Dragon strike coming out, but Apocalyptic is gonna get Ham Shazam anyway. Superhero finally winning the fight in the air there, getting like space over the sky, diving onto Kairu, but not really managing to pick off anybody as the two-man team of Casualex and Apocalyptic just wipe the rest of Deadlock gang off as Superhero fails to get anything done on the backlines. This point hold so far has been very strong. The Deadlock gang haven't gotten a single tick or captured the point once yet between these two games. Let's see if they can change that in this fight. Valkyrie comes out early for Deadlock gang. Winston all alone on the point. Casualex is going to take out Superhero early on. Danger Man manages to get a kill back on Kairu, so healing is going to be cut in half. But Sensei getting a very safe barrage off with the bubble protection there. Nerf this coming out high in the sky, but it's not going to find anyone. Pin goes wide, and it looks like Sensei and the rest of the crew are going to be able to hang on to this fight yet again.
Yet we go again.
So 80% ticking up. They only have one try left in the series to pull off the reverse sweep. And it would have to be a complete reverse sweep across map and a series, but that might not happen.
Are we gonna pop Soundbiter? We have to pop it right now, dude.
Got a point. It looks like is going to be pressure up on Fair on the back there. That is not going to be enough, I don't think. Oh, it is enough, actually. But Sensic is still in the air, still uncontested. Gladius and Superhero is on point doing what they can. Soldier switch up might be too little, looks like it's too little too late. Shatter comes through. Pin onto Love Gangster as he's taking a flying back. Danger Man trying his best to put pressure onto Casual X on the backline. Will manage to get a kill onto the Widow, but gets taken out.
That was a clean take of Oasis.
That's gonna be
Stomp.
200% across 2 points and 0 for the other
Wow.
team. Vicious.
I felt Deadlock Gang are kind of demoralized after the first 2 maps, and that's why they tried so many different comps here, as we've seen.
Yeah, they were inefficient comps though, ineffective. Especially the Mei pick was just baffling, in my opinion.
Yeah, I believe they were so demoralized they had to try something. Because as a player, when you get too old, like at the start, mentally you don't feel good. Like as our experience in preseason against Deadlock Gang, but yeah. So
yeah, that might be affecting
so
people for sure.
Stompoland wins the series 3-0, but we are going to see one more map. We are going to go to Watch Point Gibraltar, and let's see if Deadlock Gang can actually get one map out of this. Did you expect a 4?
Wait, sorry, are we playing best of 4?
We are playing like an Overwatch League. We're
Overwatch
following
League
the
map?
Overwatch League format.
Oh, I see. 4 maps. Okay, I see. Right, just need to brush up
Yeah.
on the format a bit.
Gibraltar.
Gibraltar, okay. I would personally like to see. Oh wait, no, it's the format. It's the way the format goes. Yeah, so Gibraltar, Widow, Broken Record, Sensic's gonna go pop off, and so far Deadlock just don't have an answer for it across all 3 maps so far. Well, except for the third map where he didn't play it, but yeah.
So, do you believe the gossip now?
Yeah, for sure. It's just I don't have anything to play against this.
Maybe Deadlock should bring out their own Widow. I'm sure one of them could be a Widow. I'm looking at Gladiolus here. If we Stomp. Okay. So, Watch Point Gibraltar, what do you think will be the key for Deadlock Gang to get one map out of this? You know, map differential will count a lot in this league.
I don't think it will.
I mean,
I expect this to be
a 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0 from the looks of things.
I don't know. Like, I always, yeah.
Although it's just that the both Gibraltar and so Gibraltar's the most similar to Kings Row, that in terms of map style that we've had so far, with a lot of payload oriented stuff with very good high grounds and Widow sightlines. So it just feels like it's going to be a repeat of point
Kings Row.
of Kings Row, yeah.
But
I'm expecting
we
much,
did. I think
honest.
Kings Row has been Deadlock Gang's best showing, because they did cap 3 points on. So this could.
Yeah, exactly. So
They
yeah,
could have-
that's
yeah.
yeah, you're absolutely.
They could have a
right.
chance
Yeah,
here.
you're absolutely right.
It just depends how they deal.
They
with
could
it.
have. They could have, but I feel like I feel like apart from trying to snipe on first point with the sun against your eyes, Widow is just good at every single point on this map.
Definitely.
Like arguably better than King's Row because of how choke pointy the second point is, like the second streets section of the map, because of how easier it is to hide behind a solitary shield wall when the shield wall covers most of the street, whereas in a Gibraltar it's a lot more open, and with the extra high ground play area that the ship section of point B in Gibraltar gives you.
So this looks like
that plus. So basically, I think Stomp on land, if they want to stomp on Gibraltar, they just play Widow Hanzo, and with a safe ground crew, and they just let them rip. Just like post them up sight lines, crossfires. Make Danger Man indecisive about where to put his shield because he's getting pressured from every angle.
Danger Man's on the Deadlock gang. But you are absolutely right. But we have not seen a Widow at all from Deadlock gang so far. Is this the time? Is this the time where Gladiolus takes the Widow and pops off? Or is he going to stick to his Sombra? Because we have not seen a Widow at all.
Yeah. It's just one of the best counters into a Widow is another Widow. But it doesn't look like there's any Widow players on a Deadlock gang.
Like, push, yeah, because think about Watchman Deporters, you have to commit a lot of resources, especially on the second point to deal with Widow. Like Spaceship is one of good points of Widow. There's just so many sidelines for Widow. So, effectively, I would love to see a Widow from Deadlock gang here. And Audit Decant comes from Cairo. And Audit Decant, from my experience, is primarily a center. Well, let's see how he competes with Cairo to gain a spot in Stomp on land. Okay. Another sub coming out from Deadlock gang. Fat Mike from Ham says, yeah. Okay. Is he in here? Yep. Okay. Hey, hello, how's it going? Are we gonna go? No? Feels bad.
I think we'll look about ready. Okay, so Cairo's off, and who's on again? Sorry? Audio.
Yep.
Audit.
Arriving at Watch Point Gibraltar.
So assuming since Stompalan has this win on the bag, are we gonna see some different strategies from Stompalan here?
Sorry, I tapped out for a second there. What was?
Since Stompalan has won the series 3-0, are you gonna try out different strategies here? This could be a good time.
I think you could just save those for scrims, and then you keep competing for what's it called? Yeah.
Are we gonna? Okay, who's attacking? Okay, so the Stompalan is gonna attack first with Deadlock gang on the defense here, and we are gonna see a Widow. So that's why they were Fat Mike in.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Okay, so Apocalyptic.
I'm assuming he's gonna go under Rhyme later.
Yeah, most likely.
So the Widow duel between Fat Mike and Sensec will be interesting to watch. Hey.
Bonjour. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
So Fat Mike on the Widow. We'll see if he can compete with Sensec. Definitely gonna be something they can probably win from each other. But if he is a Widow that can defeat, like challenge Sensec, well, it's a little late from that now. But if that was the case, then they could have brought him in a lot earlier. So I said they should have tried and gone for the res, and they do get the res off, but they're spending 3 people up there, while the rest of the team are being pressured by Apocalyptic, who jumps up to try and get them high ground, drops away immediately from all the pressure. Sensec kicks up Gladius anyways. They're all bottled up into the bottom here, and Fat Mike still trying to take out shots. He has a clear shot to the backline right now, but does not manage to get anything. As Apocalyptic goes in deep with the hammer swinging. Sorry, Danger Man is just swinging the hammer, possibly on the monkey actually this time around.
I see, taking for dive.
The front is holding, but Apocalyptic going in onto the Mercy, and the Bear is going to separate some of the firefighting here, but the brawl is still happening nice and strong. Love Gangster's high charge. Dragon Strike coming out to clear out this corridor, but it doesn't look like they managed to get a lot of push out, and Veritas is going to try and escape with the Lucio speed boost, and it looks like he's actually going to make it out.
Lucio's really hard to hit.
Impressive. Meanwhile, Apocalyptic manages to get the successful dive onto high ground to get Sensec unrivaled
3 headshots in a row.
the sightline. And
What
he's
the
gonna
hell,
get
Sensec?
a triple.
3 headshots.
Oh baby,
Oh
a
my
triple.
He's popping off.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that should not happen.
Oh, that's
Like picks like that should not be allowed to occur. Prohibit this.
Stop, Sensec. Let them play the game.
Prohibit this. Cease and desist.
I just want to play the game, Sensec, please.
Sensec has his visor up. Oh, sorry, both Widows have the visor up, but it's not doing much good. Fat Mike gets rezzed up, but has not made much of an impact on his Widow himself. Danger Man going in pretty deep by himself right now. Support comes in the form of Gladius, but it's not gonna be enough. Sensec sends him back to spawn. Oh no, this is exactly what I was saying. Hanzo providing fire from the ground, like as a secondary angle, and then Sensec just rains death from above. Fat Mike cannot get a break. Audit Decan chimes in with his own snipes. Another Dragon Strike into a team bunched up in the corner. 1 kill does come out onto Apocalyptic, but I think it's gonna be enough to stabilize on this point, but things are not looking good.
Dude, Sensec is running a show for Stomp Online here. Fat Mike has not got a single kill on Sensec so far.
On anyone really, I feel.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about the impact that he's had.
Because Sensec snipes him out of the game.
Yeah, okay, so Zarya and Brigitte holding high ground, not getting much done there. Winston jumps up onto the ship to push Fat Mike off. Apocalyptic saying, "This is my ship." He probably paid for it, and so he's gonna jump up and keep harassing this combo. And where's the Brigitte? Brigitte needs to be with this Widow or near this Widow and stop this monkey from doing this. That's a lot of free
absolutely.
harass.
This makes Fat Mike's job really difficult.
Yeah, Apocalyptic just went by himself. No support apart from his own jetpack and his shield, and just gets all that harass and pressure with no consequence. And he's still in there. Look at he's got no healing, no orbs. The only cover he's gotten is the sniper shots, and it's enough. Look at that.
Because do you know what started this?
Because this is the brilliant thing from the synergy between Sensec and Apocalyptic is that if Sensec misses the headshot and gets a body shot, it puts the enemy target in prime health for an execute from the Winston, and he can just move on to the next target, even if he doesn't hit a full one-hit kill headshot.
That's a good sign of team coordination right there. Even though this team has been drafted like 2 weeks ago. The coordination so far some point.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's something that they planned on doing, but it's working out very much in favor of them. Hopefully, they're finally getting some help out with the shield from new elite. So he's gonna go in again, gets some harass off, drops the shield on top of them.
Fire at will.
Grab's gonna come out, and the Dragon Strike's gonna get into for a quad. Clean combo.
Such a powerful combo. Which is why you need a Zen sometimes. But even that can't help. What can help?
No, exactly. If a Zen did come out, didn't they? Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
There was
but
no Zen. There was a Shukalaka, or whatever it was, pinned up in spawn door. Doesn't look there's much they can do. Love Gangster is gonna push up on Casual X, but not gonna get enough done there. Apocalypse is gonna drop in straight in onto the back line. There are no kills going over in favor of blue side Deadlock Gang at all. Fat Mike is just gonna eat an arrow to the face. Only superheroes left, and it's gonna be a capture in 2 minutes 20
for Stomp on land here. So Sensic, does his back hurt right now? From all the carrying he's doing?
He might do, actually.
Oh my god, dude, like...
It's a lot of carrying, but it's... like...
I mean, when you know your team, like, when you're on a team...
It's almost like, Deadlock Gang are letting him do it. That's my main issue about it. It's that he's hitting his shots, but he's getting so much space to do it.
So maybe that's the role Apocalyptic there under Winston, like trying to, you know, deter the Deadlock Gang from focusing on the Widow, you know, like as he should as a main tank. You know, look at me, I'm a big bad monkey in the back lane. What you gonna do about it? That's good stuff from Apocalyptic there on the Winston to help Sensec out in a way.
It definitely helped a lot. Where it was like, it's just that Apocalyptic could have been stuffed if the Brigitte was there to help cover the back.
Absolutely. Like if I see a Winston as a Brigitte, I go immediately to him because I know he cannot kill me. Like in my head, yeah.
Exactly, and your AoE healing with your left click is enough to negate his. It just straight up negates his left click, his cleave Tesla cannon, because it tickles people, but then your healing is also tickle healing in a small AoE.
And with the stuns and how much they're going to keep on hitting him, you'll still get AoE healing. Winston will have to back out. Oh yeah.
Exactly.
So double snipers.
And if you're God tier, you can stun halfway through his jump and interrupt it, giving it the kill. But that's sort of like God tier plays and mechanics and reactions, or a prediction of sorts. Oh no, look at this. See, they're giving Sensic the shield. There's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah. Fatback has to back out.
Sure, like they can cower behind a shield, but there's no threat onto Sensic right now. A flank coming around from the Hanzo on the high ground here. Managed to get a Casual X, so that's a good start. One DPS down for...
But rezzed immediately.
Yeah, but the rezzed immediately. So that gets thrown out the window. All the meantime, though, they're getting a lot of free push down here. So it looks like they're going to jump onto contest. Apocalyptic going to go in swinging right now. Very aggressive, not punished at all.
So Sensic actually ended up behind the Deadlock Gang and actually got a kill on the Zarya. Very risky from Sensic.
Yeah, that would have been big. That Zarya would have been big to help Danger Man fight Apocalyptic. Without that help, Apocalyptic Danger Man stands no chance to have to back out there.
Sensic has this tendency to go on risky flanks with Widow, but he actually pops off, so it actually is worth the pine play. Yep.
I like to call it. Yeah. They're just pushing up high ground right now. It's pretty good. Autocan gets the kill onto his superhero with a orbs to the face. As this sniper duel is just so lopsided. Gladios is on the thing now to try and hunt him down, but Earth Shadows come through to shove him all off of high ground and to chase down a couple of kills. But no, they're not getting too greedy, so that's pretty good too. They don't need to chase down.
Yeah, they just have to come to them.
You have range on your Widow. Yeah.
The attacker sets the engage, not this. Except on Junker Town, but let's forget Junker Town. Yeah.
No, the defender can set the engage as well. That's what we saw with a lot of die defenses back a meta ago. But that is not what we're seeing here.
Counter diagram.
Yeah, because so right now, from what I'm seeing, apart from the Pharah plays, the DPSs on Deadlock ganks have just been outperformed completely, outclassed even.
Yeah, Sensic.
As you see, Casual X winning the Hanzo 1v1 now, proving that the earlier pick was just a fluke of sorts. That might go in the big flank, but not going to find Sensic as Sensic finds him. The push comes out onto cart, but the contest is strong, and it's a 4v6. Nothing's gonna happen.
We have saw Genji swap from Gladiolus here. Could he potential harassment for the Widow? Is it too little to wait? I don't know. So I'll hop on to Gladiolus.
I think it's gonna be too little too late. Only a minute left with hardly any progress from this car wash area. Yeah, that is not what's supposed to happen in a Genji Widow matchup. Like, the res comes through, but that's something that they don't have to use for the rest of the team anymore. Quadruple on the
no follow-up.
grab, but the trance is just there. Yeah. They've just got all of their little holes plugged, sort of like nooks and crannies, all their I's and T's dotted from Team Soul. There's just no cracks in their defenses right now.
30 seconds remaining.
Fatman gets a pick. Thank you. Oh. Pick return.
Pick returned. Yes. So that's the yeah, grab surge used to not big effect, but the brawl breaks out at the point. Reinhardt should just swing back to back. Oh, big shatter. That's a 4-man. Gets deflected on the charge, but it doesn't matter since it gets easy headshots to pick off on stationary targets.
Just click on heads, lol, dude.
But watch the overtime tick down and gets killed at the end.
Stomp on land takes the series.
Absolutely outclassed. Stomp's on line as well from the looks of things.
Play of
Who are play? Oh, casual. Oh, wait, that it has to be the Dragon Strike.
Casual for the quadruple. See, what is this Brigade getting value of positioning that there? I think if they see that combo being up, they probably should just switch the Lucio off onto a Zenyatta, something we didn't touch on. Lucio didn't have an impact on that there.
I think that's one of the weaknesses of Lucio compared to Zen. His ultimate takes so goddamn long to charge. Lucio's ultimate. The drop to beat.
Oh no, it's actually pretty fast charging if you get a lot of poke damage with your left clicks. But that's what separates a good Lucio from a bad Lucio. Good Lucios have actually a lot of kill threat if you hit your shots. And it also just makes you build your ultis a lot faster. When it comes to, in my experience, I switch off to play Lucio and Zen as like my supports. My experience is that you actually have a lot of... Your ultimates aren't as long as a cooldown as you think they are if you hit your shots. And you need to hit
So are you an
shots.
aggro Lucio? Judging from the sound of things?
Of course, you have to go, like DSP Stanky, with his like little montages of being an aggro Lucio, laid the groundwork, in my opinion, for the general playstyle that we have now.
Oh, DPS ranking.
You don't have to go as ham as he did and try to solo carry in a comp setting, but sorry, in a matchmaking setting, but like in a LAN setting, you have to hit your shots.
Absolutely. Like, so that's a hallmark of a good Lucio. Interesting.
Yeah, you have to make opportunities. You have to use your boops to good value. They buff the boop for you.
Oh yeah, like you.
So yeah, with the lack of the ammo consumption, so you can get more of your shots off itself. Your boop up. You can also animation cancel your reloads with your boops actually, or your firing animation on your left click, if you didn't know. So you can pop people very quickly.
Okay, so interesting. You're a Lucio advocate.
But yeah, Lucio's left click is a projectile weapon, so you can. Its hitbox is actually pretty generous, even though its firing pattern is a bit wonky. You can get a lot of headshots, especially on like someone scoped in. So if you like quick peek a Widow, you can chunk her for like 150 health.
So what should I? Yeah.
It's not recommended, but if you know she's not like got her sights aimed on you, you can chunk her out very quickly or put pressure on her so that she's vulnerable to other stuff.
Lucio counter Widow confirmed. It actually does.
Yeah, and he actually like in a pug setting, in like a comp matchmaking setting, if you want to like mess around a bit, Lucio, if you're confident and a bit cocky, you can challenge the Widow by wall riding up there quickly enough. Maybe not with the new wall ride, but you know, with the full speed, since the nerfs came through, full speed boosted like wall ride master Lucio can just like fly at the Widow, giving her a really difficult shot to hit, and then just push her off the high ground.
All right, so looks like everybody has
And
left this game. So any last words on the match today? Like,
watch out for Sensic. Respect the Widow. Play around it. Counter it. Please, teams in the future, do this. Be aware of what you can and can't fight with, is in terms of range and brawl potential. In terms of like bruiser tank competitions versus pokey long range stuff, and make sure you play to your team's win condition and not to the enemies.
There you have it. Wise words from our lovely Earth here. Alright, it's been a pleasure casting with you, Earth.
Thank you for hosting me on your stream.
Such a pleasure casting with you, Earth. Unfortunately, we couldn't stream this, but the VOD will be out hopefully tonight. And Earth, pleasure is all mine. And I'm Vivek, and I'm signing off.
I am signing off as well. Good
Good night.
night.